is one of my clients right now, so if you have any questions about the experience, Patrick can certainly answer any questions if you would like. But what?
Did you know you were going?
You didn't know you were going.
He's actually really helpful.
Thank you. So what I do, I'm a neuromuscular therapist, and what that means is I deal with the nervous system and muscular systems together. I do a lot of collaboration with other healthcare professionals to provide their patients, my clients, with the best specific care that we can and plan to get you out of pain, and often it's what we do, because that's what the point is. I won't take just any client. Every client who comes to me first, I do a 30-minute to 60-minute intake and history taking, because it's really important not only for me to introduce myself to you, to get to know you, but understand what your history is. Also do an assessment, I do orthopedic assessments as well, to really understand what's going on, and especially the history plays a really big part, because there's so many different compressive forces that cause damage to our soft tissue. Primarily stress is like the number one. That everybody goes, and all of a sudden they go, then you go, right? Right? Okay, so Patrick's heard this story. It's the story that is just so prevalent and makes sense. But I utilize this to illustrate what our muscles look like and what they do. So this would be a muscle fiber, and our muscles have about hundreds of thousands of muscle fibers that make up the muscle itself. So all the muscle fibers are spiraled like that. So when there's a compressive force, like stress, so the other day I had a client at 8:15 in the morning, and the night before I had a meeting, and I turned on my phone alarm, and I forgot to turn it on, so 8:15 comes, I wake out of bed, I've got a client! Shoot! I got a client, right? I call my client, thank God she was the nicest lady in the whole wide world. She's like, don't worry, everything's okay. So I jumped in the shower, there was no hot water. No hot water, you know what that is, right? No hot water. Then I had to get a cab because I don't have a car, and I live all the way out in Richmond and we're here, and I wait for the cab 10 minutes. So before I even step out my friggin' door, what do I have? A knot in my shoulder, right? That's what I got, a knot. Okay? We call that knots. Okay? I call them trigger points, and I work with trigger points. Trigger points, I studied the findings of Janet Travell, who was JFK's doctor. She had a lot of back issues. And she studied, I think, 2 books there of hers that you're more welcome to look at. Also, part of my title is not only head body mechanic and neuromuscular therapist, but I'm also a health educator. So I really take the time to explain to my clients how their body works and help them gain a little bit more body awareness, in addition to getting out of pain. Because I have clients who come to me and say, I've had the best massages all over the world, but I still have this pain here. So, there's those massages are the best in the world, and they're probably really great Swedish massages, for what they are. They're really, in my opinion, band-aids for that, as opposed to the work that I do, which is really medical. It's really medical massage. But I work to help re-educate the muscle fibers to go back. To go back to the regular resting life. That's what I do. So in doing that, I have found that the lightest touch creates the greatest response. And in working with trigger points, what I do is it's like if I came to your door and you didn't know me from Adam. You know this story too. It works. It's like, I gotta tell it. So if I came to your door and you didn't know me from Adam, and I go knocking on you, open the door, and I go right to your refrigerator, see what's in it, start eating the food, drink the beer, whatever. You're like, who the hell is this guy? Get the heck out of there, right? So it's really important that with the muscles that I introduce myself, just like I would introduce myself to the host. So I can't just go right into that knot It's like those knots in our shoes when we get them and we can't like get them out. We don't just like go like that and they don't just all of a sudden come out. You really have to take your time. This work is very slow, deep work, and I work on pressure scale of 0 to 10. You're being right with other 10 leave off the right now. Okay? So that's a very brief description of what I do. So I just wanted to since
Brief and thorough. Yeah.
if you have any questions, by all means, please during after our 5-minute session, I'll be glad to answer your questions.
We can come back.